Randy gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The tackle made by
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his rookie Cole Kmet that time. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 15 now, Prescott, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Third and long for Prescott. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That's taken on the 25. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bears take over
at their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Trubisky to throw again. Going up top for Miller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Again to Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He was brought down by...
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2nd down and 3. We're scoreless after 1.
End of the first quarter with no score.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got Smith here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
By the Bears.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of
the Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Prescott now. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
46-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's going to loft one deep left side, and this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Cameron Batson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
It is good.
And his kick is good.
It's the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
First carry here for Taiwan Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
11 on the play. First down, Bears.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Throwing the ball carrier.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Out of the gun, running with Cohen.
2nd and 7.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
And the Bears first down.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Looking deep downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson. As the first half is winding down, and the Bears have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already and another first and 10. Prescott from the gun. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Trying to go back to Watkins, and that'll bring up second down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Will take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
First screen.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance, rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Prescott from the gun on third. And Prescott, his third interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Cameron Batson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Flushed out right, and that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bears 15.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Henry. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
On the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else will flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Kill. 47.
Throwing. Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Makes the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Intended for Jonnu.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
The 25-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
First down, Chicago.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
The ball carrier.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Bears 42, Titans 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He was brought to partner. I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
6 guys. Check. 47.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Derrick Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A first down throw for Prescott. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. They go play action with Trubisky. And this will be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, is the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And they're not able to hook up there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Lock in.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
first down, Bears.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Quez Watkins, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Bears 42, Titans 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And they take a knee.
Trubisky on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.